are here with our very special guest, Michelle.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Anna Faris. Everybody knows her from the TV show Mom and from
House
the movie
Bunny.
House Bunny.
That was my
and
favorite.
From the scary movies.
Yes. Yeah.
Fabulous. And then she's invited us to her home because I did her podcast.
Yes, you did.
We're sitting in her home right now. I got here, Anna, there were thousands of people in your house.
I know.
Is that a daily
about?
thing?
I don't know.
Who are these
People
people?
just show up and I let them in. Everyone's welcome here, I guess.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived in the neighborhood for almost a decade. I've lived in this house for about 3.5 years.
3.5 years. I got to tell
you can tell that there's been like no interior decorating. Like
Why not?
I just don't have the time. Well, I also don't have the interest.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's
Problem
the real.
solved.
That's it right
That's
there.
it. You know, I had to call the skunk guy because I have skunks living underneath my house.
Oh.
How did you find that out? Did you smell it? before
Oh,
you
I
heard?
could smell it.
Yeah.
And if you get close to me, you could smell it on me, too. I've got skunks. And that's the thing about living in the canyons is that there are these skunks. I know you're in Thousand Oaks.
Yeah, we have no canyons.
Yeah. Are there no skunks in your house?
No.
Have you ever, Anna, had to deal with like rodents or like, you know, raccoons and all that stuff in the canyons here?
Oh yeah, and rats ate up my Mini. Do you know that rats like to chew through electrical wire and all that
I've heard
stuff?
of that before.
Seriously?
What's a
Yeah.
Mini? What's a Mini?
A Mini Cooper.
What? Oh, they got into the car.
They got into the car and they chewed it all up. But I have to tell you, getting back to skunks, I wouldn't want them living under my house,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't want to smell them constantly.
Yeah.
Cute.
But there's something about the smell that is kind of intriguing to me.
It's the weed thing.
It
Isn't
is.
It's the
Smells
weed
like some
connection.
good skunk ass weed,
That's
baby.
it, baby.
It
Is
smells like
it?
some
Yeah, it's
good
the weed
ass.
connection.
Yes, some Kush.
That's what you call
You
it.
know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
chronic.
420.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
it gets very annoying after a while because actually I was watching my Netflix
And chilling.
chilling,
Yeah.
and then out on the patio I saw a skunk come to the window, look, and I was like, oh my goodness! I took the flashlight out of the nightstand and I flashed it on it, and
Did it move?
No.
It was
you know
just
what?
like,
Let me tell you something. Them skunks ain't studying.
No.
Nobody. Because you know what? They got a secret weapon.
Yeah. Their
You've-
tail.
They are vaping out their ass.
And don't you think?
I can't.
Don't you think too that the animals in the canyon, like they're bold?
Oh, yes,
Yes.
they are.
Yeah.
They're bold.
They are bold. They're like hood rats.
Yeah.
They ain't chewing through no damn Mini
Electrical
Coopers
wires?
or electrical wires. They are ready for your ass. And the same with the raccoons. The raccoons
Oh,
say,
yeah.
raccoons look at you and say, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They are Nicki
Now
Minaj.
what?
They are Nicki Minaj of rodents.
They are the Nicki Minaj
Yes.
of rodents.
Yes.
Are those raccoons?
Yes.
They don't care.
They are,
They ain't studying
What?
you. What?
And what? I got your garbage can, and what you gonna do about it?
I have
Right.
one of my more favorite.
Come at me, skunk. Sorry. Sorry.
I met Nicki Minaj doing SNL, and
Did she chew through your Mini Cooper?
no, but she was so sweet to me.
Well, she's a doll.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe, because I get a lot of cred sometimes for the scary movie
Oh,
stuff.
yes, of
Right.
course, the black folks, right?
And
Yep, it's true.
and the crazy thing is there, there's a lot of like, oh my, you're funny. They don't know necessarily that I have no idea what is going on,
Uh-huh.
but I get this validation of like, oh, I think I'm cool. I think people like I actually wasn't playing a character. I was playing myself in those movies. Like, that's just me, nerdy, dumb white girl from north of Seattle. Like,
Oh my God! Now, before we got on the air, you called your husband, who's in Atlanta, I guess, filming a movie.
Yeah.
Your husband's a huge movie star. In fact, he's on the cover of Vanity Fair this month.
yes,
And now that he's a huge A-list movie star,
I know.
how much time do you guys get to spend together?
It's hard. I get every third week off on my show.
Yeah.
So I go to wherever he is.
Aw.
Or he comes, we make it work. And we talk every day. We try to have longer conversation. Because it's really easy to get into the pattern of like, how was your day? Oh,
Right.
good. Okay, I'm exhausted. Me too. Love you. Let's talk tomorrow. But we try really hard to have like, long substantive conversations because if you don't, then you just get into that pattern.
Right.
It is, I will say, in this age, we are much more nervous about having like sexy Skype times or anything.
Right.
Yeah, because that stuff gets out there.
It gets out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So I just try to cut my face off.
Okay. Well,
And
that
just
works.
But do you have any telltale
ditties
markings
and-
on your body?
No.
All right, good.
Right.
Good.
Yeah, you could put a bag over your head,
You could.
Yeah.
which would be
That would-
hot.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Unknown comic?
I do. Of course I do.
That
From the
was
Gong
Do you
Show.
remember the Unknown comic? You're
No.
too young. You're way too young.
Yeah. So does he have a limit on how many movies he'll do a year? Because like this last year,
Because he worked nonstop.
nonstop.
Yeah.
Last year he was, I think, in 4 movies.
Yeah.
Big
he's-
ones.
He's
Big ones.
doing a lot. I think he's ready. We have a place up in Washington State where we both grew up, and he just wants. Yeah, he just we have this running joke about tell me about the rabbits from Of Mice and Men, and we're just like tell me about the rabbits, and we talk all about like just go well, and because your Wyoming retreat.
Yes. Yes.
But like he just wants to be up there and
That's sweet.
and he's a country guy,
Yeah.
and he wants to ride around on a ATV or whatever and
Yeah.
I got him a tractor for Christmas.
Oh,
No.
what kind? A Caterpillar?
No,
John
John
Deere?
Deere.
no, it was a Japanese brand like Kumamoto or something.
Japanese?
That's what
Oh
he
no,
wanted.
yeah, no, I've seen those. Yomahamo.
Something like
Yo,
that.
no, Yomahomo.
What
Yeah,
you call
Something
me?
like that.
Yomahomo.
Yomahomo.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Very popular in West Hollywood.
Very,
Yes.
very popular.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
It's-
a good
I have
smooth
to
ride.
say-
It's a smooth ride.
Yeah, that's why Santa Monica moves so slowly.
Yes, exactly.
That would be amazing if there was a tractor only zone.
It would go faster than the cars go.
Oh, think about that though. You could really do some great you could really scope out everybody. moving that
Yes. Oh, I
slowly.
would love it. I would run motherfuckers over.
Yeah. Done.
I
You
would
would?
just.
Yes.
I want to. I mean,
would invite people to sit in my shovel.
Ooh, nice.
In my big shovel.
Yeah, come on over.
I'd be riding
Yeah.
a backhoe, baby.
Hey, listen
A
up.
backhoe.
Look, for the simple reason.
Because it's called a backhoe.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so you guys have been together for about 10
years.
10 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
When there are two actors in the house, is there any underlying competition for jobs, or is there that built-in thing that humans have where it's like, oh, so Oprah asked you up to the Legends
She
Ball?
didn't ask me.
She didn't ask me up to the Legends
What-
Ball.
what?
Is there that kind of thing?
No, I think no, I don't think so because we're both from the same area. I think we both look at it as with a little bit of distance, like
Mhm.
Hollywood, and understand that. I think we view it very much as a unit. We both really love. I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but we both really love to act. And oddly, there's a lot of actors out there that it seems like they don't really love to act.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
like the
so-
fame, but not the work. Yeah.
Something like that,
Yeah.
yeah. And we play imaginary games all the time. We do scenarios. We work on our characters together. We both really love the creation. We really get excited about. I'll ask him what do you think? How do you think I should twist this line? Or we'll talk about his characters. And also, we. I just feel so proud of.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I first met him, we met during a movie, and we were playing boyfriend and girlfriend. And I remember the first day acting with him and being like, "Oh shit, this guy's really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good."
Aw.
And that was incredibly sexy to me. And so I always felt like big things were were going
Sure.
to happen with him.
You could see it watching Parks and Rec.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
my daughter, I have a 14-year-old daughter who is just obsessed with him, and we'll go see every movie. And it started on Parks and Rec, and amazing ensemble cast.
Oh, yeah.
Parks and Rec is. I mean, Lola, my daughter calls herself Leslie Knope. And she's young to really get that humor,
Yeah.
but she gets that humor. And the thing about that is, as strong of an ensemble cast as it is, he just stands out
does.
like a sore
and
thumb.
he was only we were together when he got that job, and he was only supposed to do like 3 episodes.
They ain't letting him
And-
go after that.
Yeah, and
For the people who don't know, we're talking about Chris Pratt,
Pratt,
of course, and he's a big movie star now. You know, and back then he was heavy set. And I just want to ask you, Anna, do you ever miss that ass?
He loves that.
Because he's all buff now.
Yeah,
He's like superhero,
still-
A-list.
he's got thighs and an ass.
Okay.
He
You mean
does.
baby got what?
Yeah, he's built like a football player.
Uh-huh.
Like he is a big, broad dude. But yeah, because I like to cook, and I used to cook like these great meals, and it was so amazing to watch him eat, because you've never seen somebody more grateful. It was like he had been I don't know,
Captive
like a
and-
prisoner
On
of
Survivor.
war or
Yeah,
something.
so he
'Cause
knows
with
how to throw
every
down.
bite,
Yeah.
he would just be like, oh my God, like having these orgasms, eating my food. It felt amazing.
Did he run go put on some eating clothes?
Oh yeah, and so of course I love him all like ripped and everything. It's incredibly sexy, but it is really fun to like listen. After like the movie stuff is done, I'm gonna get that little cuddly belly back. I'm gonna rub my face in it.
Oh.
I'm gonna like make him into like a human burrito. I'm just gonna wrap him up in our big down comforter and force him to stay in bed.
Aw.
And then I'll get the tractor, eventually haul him out sometimes so he can see the sun. And then I'll get the forklift, put him right back in bed.
I love that. It's hard enough to stay married, but then to do what y'all do,
Yeah.
it's not. You see it just exploding all
Sure.
over the place in this business.
I think it is. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to. And there's also the outside social pressure
Right.
of stuff is. As much as we try to ignore it, it's also a weird pressure to put on a relationship too. Because we've told like the people that we work with, like, listen, please don't send us any stuff, like we don't want to
The
hear it.
Star and the Inquirer.
Yeah,
Oh, I
like
see.
yeah,
Yeah.
we just don't have any use for it in our lives. But we do have like friends and family sometimes that'll be like, oh, I saw that this thing,
Right.
and there's like a lonely picture of me walking on the beach when like Chris is right behind me, but they've cropped him out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just me like, oh, like I'm sad and lonely, and she's about to eat a burrito.
Now, okay, so you work on Mom with one of the greatest
Oh.
actors in the world,
Yes.
Allison Janney.
Yes.
Is that how you say her name?
I thought it was Janny.
It's Janney,
Yeah.
Allison Janney.
Yeah.
Amazing. Are you always learning from the people you work with? What's the biggest lesson you've learned from Allison Janney?
I think her freedom of physicality. She's an incredible dancer. She's an incredible.
You mean dancer?
Dancer.
Yes.
And she has this.
She's as tall as I am, right?
She's tall.
I don't
She's
know.
like
She's 6'4".
I think she's 6'2", maybe.
No.
She's tall. She's right around
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Stop it.
She's tall. And she's incredibly athletic, and so she does think, she'll like leap over the couch, or she'll like
Wow.
slide down our little banister, or she'll just do some flair that that's not scripted, and weirdly in the multicam world there's not room for improv.
Yeah.
It's a tightly controlled script and process, and very much like a play. And but she always finds ways to own a line in a way that I would have never expected.
Does it then give you license to do it yourself? Do you ever try doing what she does?
Yes, and sometimes I've been scolded for it. Like,
really?
Yeah, like, Anna, that's too broad.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, but it's, like, it's not the same.
And that's a Chuck Lorre show?
Yeah.
Now, do you know what famous Debbie Harry song Chuck Lorre wrote?
No.
Did
He
you?
wrote
do you
a
know
Chuck.
Chuck Lorre.
Sim does.
Chuck Lorre. Sim knows.
Sim knows all trivia.
Chuck Lorre. French kissing in the
He
USA.
couldn't help himself.
That's right. Chuck
I didn't know
Lorre.
that.
Yeah. I wonder what other songs he wrote. Chuck Lorre.
He's an incredible musician.
Incredible. Right.
I heard that he wrote the theme song to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Really?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Which one?
Well, that one really sticks with you.
Yeah. No, Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo.
Here's the thing. That was your generation.
Yeah, I have no idea what
We
that
can
is.
sing Sesame Street
Turtles with a half
and the
shell.
Jackson 5.
Uh-huh.
Well, it actually was. I was a little.
Oh,
old.
Turtles in a Half Shell. Turtle
Yeah,
Power.
yeah.
I have
Yeah.
Chuck
girls.
Lorre wrote
but-
that.
Yeah. And he's an incredible jazz musician, and he's an incredible musician, and he's written a lot of songs. He's a brilliant man.
Really?
Yeah.
And so when this job came to you, was this something they came to you with? Did you help develop it? What's the story behind Mom?
It's very odd. I had Jack.
Your kid.
Yeah. And
Your kid.
Yeah, right? No.
Yeah.
Cute.
He was about 5 or 6 months old, and I was at this point in my career that felt like I had a few projects in develop. Like, I had done House Bunny, I had done What's Your Number, I'd had a few projects that I had sold to some studios they were in development, but it felt like everything was very slow. It almost and I also was having this insecurity of, like, I'm a mom now. Does the industry view me as a mom?
Mm-hmm.
Where is my place in the industry? Is this a sign? Like, I didn't want to be one of those people that hung on to Hollywood without reading the signs that it was time for me to go.
Right.
I wanted to leave before they booted me out.
Right.
So, and Chris's career was taking off, so I really thought, like, well, maybe I'll take a step back for a minute and not work, or maybe I'll try to write, or, like, explore some other options.
Like a psychic hotline.
Yeah, like that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna write that down. Plan B, or a sex hotline.
Ooh.
I can turn on a sexy voice.
Yeah. Call me.
All right.
1-900.
I'm Labiana.
Yeah.
Labiana.
Sexy moms.
Yeah.
Call me.
Call me.
The MILF hotline.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so I was like at this turning. I don't know. I was sort of at a crossroads. I was feeling like I just didn't know where my career was going, and that was kind of the first time since I had been in Hollywood where I felt like really questioning what am I going to do? What am I doing next? Also, fewer and fewer movies are being made. Much more like tentpole movies or
Marvel movies.
God, so many.
Yeah.
And fewer and fewer comedy. Anyway, so I was just like, what am I doing? And literally on my doorstep one day there was just a plain manila envelope, and I lived across the street, and I opened it up, and there was a script. It said Mom, written by Chuck Lorre. I put it down. I was reading this indie to play like prostitute number 1. It was like literally.
Which has its merits.
Yeah, of course, yes.
I love being a hooker.
Yeah.
But I was reading. I was like, okay, am I going to go in and like meet for this prostitute role or whatever? That was like 4 pages in this indie movie, and Chris started thumbing through the Mom script, and he was like, I don't know what you're doing right now, but you have to stop and read this. And there was no cover letter. Like, it hadn't been, like, my agent, like, there was nothing, there was no clues, which was the first. It was so weird how it was just on my doorstep. And I called my agent, and I said, what's going on? I got this script written by Chuck Lorre. It's really, really good. What's happening? And he was like, oh yeah, I was going to call you about it tomorrow. Chuck wants to meet you tomorrow. I was like, you were going to call me about it tomorrow and check.
How's that gonna happen?
I gotta find a babysitter.
Oh,
yeah. But so I went in, I met with him. My agent kept saying I was like, it's an audition? He's like, no, it's not an audition. It's not an audition. I was like, okay, so it's just a meeting. And he said, yeah, but you know what? You know what? Just read a few scenes. And I was like, so it is an audition, which I was fine with.
Yeah.
I like auditioning because there's the satisfaction of when you get the role, you feel like you've really earned it.
Yeah.
You feel like they have recognized that you are the right fit. So there's almost more security in when you win a role off of an audition. But he's like, no, it's not an audition. You just be cool. Just be cool. Just read a few scenes. I was like, all right, well, I guess we'll go read a few scenes with Chuck. So that's what I did, and got the role, and then read with Allison, just loved her immediately, and then we started on the journey of mom, and it's been wonderful. It's my first long-term job that I've had.
I love that. Now, I want to ask you, and we're going to take a break real quick, but when we come back, I want to ask you, if you had the chance to remake any Goldie Hawn movie, what would it be? So we're going to take a break real quick. I'll give you a chance to think about that, and we'll be right back with Anna Faris. Michelle, I love me some Squarespace, girl.
Don't we all?
They are such a great company, and they've been really good to us. And all these years, they've been with us for a long time.
Like almost 3 years, I think.
I think it has to do with the fact that so many creative minds listen to our podcast, and they know this is the place to go to create a website with so much ease.
Yeah.
And that's what it's really all about.
And I think you're 100% right. Hit the nail on the head. The creative minds that listen to us have thought, oh my God, I've always wanted, I didn't realize it was that easy. And even the ones that have been on the web for a while that make seem easy, they're not as easy, and they don't look as nice as a Squarespace website.
They are so beautiful. In fact, you could have several websites.
Yeah.
A lot of people have many different interests. Squarespace makes it so easy to create a website.
Yeah, you can make a gorgeous website in minutes. And I'm telling you, for the people who really are not technologically savvy, like I am one of them, it is so easy to do. When you're ready to purchase a plan, get 10% off with the offer code RU. That's squarespace.com, offer code RU.
Child, nothing beats a good night's sleep, honey.
Oh, honey, don't I know it?
And them Casper mattresses, child, they know what they talking about.
You know how I feel. And you know what I do, because it's now wintertime. I know everybody's laughing because it's Los Angeles. Yeah. But Los Angeles does get down in the 30s and 40s.
It do get cold.
Yeah, don't be serious. The nose up there. I see you, Maine.
Uh-huh.
I see you, New Hampshire. Eyeballing me.
Minnesota.
Okay, I hear you. But it does get cold here. So I have my king size Casper, and then I put a king size heated blanket on top. Oh. And then when I get into bed, I lay on top of the heated blanket, on top of my Casper. Oh. And it's literally like jumping onto a heated cloud.
That's right, honey. That Casper mattress is your sanctuary. And everybody out there, listen, you've all paid these high prices for mattresses. That's not the case with Casper. Mm-mm. Casper is a high-quality premium mattress for a fraction of the price. And you can get $50 toward any mattress purchase by going. Did I say purchase?
You did, but I loved it.
I love it. By visiting Casper.com/Ru. Use that offer code RU. What you waiting for, child?
Go to Casper.
Go to Casper, honey. All righty then, we are back.
You're Irish already.
I am, certainly am.
I took a quick bath. I don't know.
Oh, did you?
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
I heard Howard Stern ask Nicole Richie that if after she takes a bath, does she shower the bath water off? And she said yes. But I know she was lying. Who does that?
I'll tell you who does that.
Who?
Listen, all my years of confessing that I'm a bath lover. I love a bath. Every now and then, but consistently over how many years, people would say, ew, you're just bathing in your own dirt. But I said, I was not rolling around in the mud in the backyard like a sow.
Right.
I'm just a mother who may have worked out. A little bit of salty water.
Sure. Maybe you'd showered before you took the bath.
No, not.
No.
Just soaping in Michelle's soup. But the point is, there are some OCD people that will then get out of the tub, go into the shower to make sure the silt is then washed
couldn't-
off. The
I
body.
couldn't be with somebody like that.
Yeah,
neither.
that's a bit
Me neither.
much.
Yeah.
That's like you're not. So you like that feels like the kind of person that wouldn't swim in a lake or
Yeah.
something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I need a lake man.
Yeah.
Sure. And also, the truth is, there are, like even at the gym, people are wiping down the machines, which I appreciate, which is great. But the truth is, the button on the elevator
Right.
has more feces than I'd like to tell
Yep.
you about.
And your computer keyboard.
Your phone.
loaded.
Loaded, just crawling with
I heard
feces.
Yeah.
What about the remote at a hotel room?
Yes.
Oh, the remote. Oh my
Yes.
God, I never thought of that.
Yeah, and they try to tell you that they're sanitized, like those new blue and white ones. Sanitized for your whatever cleanliness, and
Yeah.
it's like bullshit.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody nobody coming in here with no light and sanitizing this thing.
I'm sure some Republican congressman has had that up his butt.
You know he has.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's
I do.
kind of crazy, but people there are germaphobes who are
Yes.
Remote up your butt.
Yes.
They wouldn't use a toothbrush.
Well,
Depends.
have
You
you
could-
ever met a Republican congressman?
Yeah.
You know.
You
No.
clench your cheeks and change the channel.
They need, but it feels like they might bring their own something.
Oh,
Though,
that's
right?
true. That is true.
Because anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But do you have any of those kind of? Are you germaphobe? Do you
No.
have those things where you?
No.
None of that.
Nope. I pick up spiders. I put them outside.
Uh-huh. Michelle has a
I
thing
like-
You
about
are my
spiders.
hero.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please
really?
come over.
I love spiders.
I have those little things all around the house, so it scares them all away. 'Cause
What things?
Like you plug them in and they do some high pitched noise, so they won't come around
Oh,
you.
really?
Oh, so you're scared of them?
I'm not going to say that out
Uh-huh,
loud because then people know my fear.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But I'm adverse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. What about
I have
snakes?
2 rats in the house. We have pet rats.
Mm-hmm.
Love them.
Snakes?
Snakes, not really a fan of.
Okay.
They don't freak me out. Why? Can you do snakes too?
Oh yeah.
You are
I
just
grew up with snakes.
really.
Yeah.
Huh.
My
What
brother-
bothers you? What are you afraid of?
I'm not crazy about the little silverfish things that come
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Those don't even bite, do they?
No.
Yeah, but
they
you
just-
called me from Chicago.
No,
about
that was
one.
not a silverfish girl. Oh no.
What was
that
it?
was called a house, not bunny, but
Uh-huh.
centipede.
A house centipede.
Oh yeah.
Well, the
It's
silverfish
fuzzy.
are smaller. The
Yeah.
same thing, but
But
smaller.
they're fishy like.
Yeah.
House centipedes are fuzzy things that come out of nowhere, like faucets when you're in a bathtub.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Those type of things.
I had an older relative tell my mom, who passed it on to me, because my mom used to be very afraid of bugs, and this wonderful, sweet old lady said to my mom, "Don't you ever pass that down to your kids."
It's true.
And my mom she didn't. So as a result, I think that my brother and we were never afraid of bugs.
Your
or
mom's a better
bees.
woman than I. The thing is, when it's proper fear, when it's actual fear, you can't control yourself. It's not like I see my kids and I'm going, like you can still see the look of fear when it's actual fear and not just
Right.
pretend.
Right.
You know, like if a rat ran by, I wouldn't be as freaked out as if they're those jumpy spiders that, they
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Remember, Michelle, we were talking to Quinn Cummings, and she talked about her kid and how when she raised her kid, the kid would fall
Yes.
and they look up at her to see how to react.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And because she didn't react, the kid knew
Correct.
react. And then
Correct.
I asked Michelle, what did she do with her kids? And
Come here, baby, you kid. Oh my God. And the kid would be like, ah! I ruined my daughters. Ruined them. They're 14 and 16. They're ruined. You're welcome. Don't do that.
So, okay, Anna, you've got one kid, right?
Yes.
And you know who the father is?
I think so.
Good.
Okay.
Good. That helps.
So what is your parenting style? And we're going to get to the Goldie Hawn question, but what is your parenting style? Do you think you could have done better?
Oh yeah.
but he's
really?
still young, isn't he?
He's 4.5.
He's a baby.
Oh, he's a child, just a baby, yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
still got years of
I
ruining.
Have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't grow up around kids. I'm not naturally drawn to them. I never I never knew how to hold a baby. Like I wasn't ever baby obsessed at all. So I think I sometimes treat Jack a little bit of a little adult, I think. But I'm too lazy to get into like the hyper LA mom mode in terms of like all organic
But
food.
see, but that
and, like,
starts when you take them to kindergarten, though. Because that's when you're around all the other mothers. Because I would think
preschool starts. Yeah.
That's the problem, is that you then get bullied by all the other parents to act and behave a certain way.
Yes.
You know, have you experienced that at all yet?
Oh yeah. I mean, nobody's like bullied me, but definitely like
Browbeat you?
because we're-
Side eye.
Well,
Yeah,
there's-
side eye.
There's definitely like you know, because I have to go to work in the morning, so you know, our nanny drops Jack off, but on the rare occasion that I can drop him
Did
off.
you say jack off?
Jack off?
Uh-huh.
Jack off.
Your nanny drops Jack off.
Drops Jack off. I love you. RuPaul, I love you. You can make anything. Anything.
Oh yeah.
Anything. I love it.
Anything sexual.
I love it. So jack off. But the rare occasion I'll get like, oh, you're here. Oh, we haven't seen you in a while.
Right.
Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they mean it in a very harmless way, but I take it as
Mothers
like,
have always hated
Yeah,
me at
because
school.
Michelle would tell me she
Because I would come from
dressed as Pinky
would-
Tuscadero.
Yes, I would wake up at 2:00 in the morning. I did morning radio for a gazillion years. So
Yeah.
I'd get up, be on there. I would have a baby and wake up at 2:00 in the morning. The kid
Yeah.
would be on my tit.
Right.
And I'd be running out the door.
Right.
So then I'd go to the gym and I'd have, of course, stilettos on after the gym.
Right.
With gym pants.
Amazing.
So I'd walk up to the school, and this was in Florida, walk up, and I'm here to pick up Lola, my daughter. And then they'd look at me like, really? Because I'd have skin tight black gym pants on, 6-inch stilettos, pierced nose, tattoos,
Nails.
winged eyeliner onto here, my nails. And I would get I'm telling you, death glares.
Ugh.
Right.
So I got to the point where it's like, I didn't care because I wasn't looking. I don't want you to be my friend.
Right.
You don't have to
Right.
like me.
Yeah.
Turn away.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was very like, I would walk and it was like the craft. I would just kind of go like this and they'd all kind of just go away.
Right.
You know, it was like that moment. But they are that.
Yeah, it's
100%.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's
really hard.
Yeah,
Really hard.
and I feel a lot of guilt.
Yeah, I mean, the guilt, really? Guilt? Why guilt?
Oh, I'll guilt all the time.
Oh, because
what?
you're working.
Work, but I think that I would feel guilty if I wasn't working. I would feel guilty about. I think it comes a lot with motherhood.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Chris doesn't feel it the same way.
Yeah.
That's God's child. Jack
But
is
you know-
God's child.
But,
Yeah.
But I think it's the feeling of like, I know that I'm doing something wrong, or like I know that
You're not doing anything wrong.
No,
you're
you're
not.
doing
You're doing what you know.
I'm gonna
My
write that
mother
down,
would.
too.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing.
My mother had
anything
been
wrong.
dead before my baby was born. I
Uh-huh.
had nobody. And Lord knows I wasn't trusting Marty. I love my father,
Yeah.
but no.
Yeah.
He has one eye and forget it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to hold a baby either. I had big fake tits. I was like, can I put this kid on my boob?
Right.
I didn't know anything.
Oh, and what can you put it?
I could put a dip of my girls on my titties.
So you can breastfeed with breast implants?
Yes, you can.
Who told you that?
The doctor.
Uh-huh.
The doctor.
Doctor.
Did you breastfeed?
Yes,
Yeah, that's
Does it
just
hurt?
fun.
it does.
Yeah.
I had to pump, and
Are you still breastfeeding?
Of course, you want to take a little. You want to take a little suckle after this?
Some people do.
You want to
know?
hit?
Some people do.
Have you ever tried breast milk?
No. No, I was a breastfeed child. I was fed.
He fed.
Yes. I was corn fed too, but
Corn?
I no, I don't remember what it tastes like.
Did you ever try it?
I did.
You
What does it
did?
taste
Did
like?
you?
No.
Oh.
It tastes like almond milk.
I
It's a little
regret it.
sweet. It's sweeter. Well, you'll have another one. It's sweeter than maybe you won't. It's sweeter than your
I
average
like
cow.
it. You're putting it out there.
Yeah.
I love people that can say I'm done with one and be happy with it and be good with it.
No,
and
I
that's
want
great.
more. It's just I'm 40 and I have to make this decision soon. about
Girl,
what's
I mean,
happening.
like yesterday, you need to make that decision and get on that train. And then you have to deal with all that stuff at work too.
guilt.
Or you
Remember
can
the
freeze
guilt that we were just
I know.
talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Because I wanted a third one, and I said to my husband, I was the one who kept saying, this machine, this factory is closing at 40.
Yeah.
He didn't want one. So
Yeah.
every day I'm going, I'm closing shop at 40. Like
Yeah.
tick. By the time I got 40, I'm like, It's done.
No, but you
Maybe I
can't.
can go to 41.
You can, if you've had one before,
Yes, of
you
course
can
you
have
can.
it, up
I
until
was
50.
trying to threaten him. I tied my tubes, Rue. I had to go do all this shenanigans to get pregnant again. I wanted the third kid.
Right.
He did not. But I highly recommend.
We do. Yeah. No, we do want more.
It's really nosy of me, but I highly recommend it.
So, but you were about to say that breast milk tastes like condensed milk?
No, I wish. Oh my God, I would like live on a breast milk diet, or I'd make tres leches with breast milk. No, it tastes like kind of like not as coconutty as coconut milk.
Yeah.
It's got like a sweet taste to it. It's delicious. I wanted to know what was going in my kid's mouth.
Right.
So yeah.
I
didn't do this.
Yeah.
I didn't do it that way.
Okay, so we're about to take a break, but now, before the last break, I asked you about Goldie Hawn. I know you're a fan of hers. What if you? Because you're a blonde. You do that. You kind of fit into that kind of role very easily. The Goldie Hawn template.
Thank you.
That's not a read. That's just.
No, I love her.
Yeah,
I worship her.
I do too. I worship her. If you could remake any Goldie Hawn film, what would it be?
Oh, I love Overboard.
My favorite one.
I love
Overboard.
it. It's just so brilliant. But here's the thing, and I love Private Benjamin. But here's the thing: is that stepping into those shoes,
Right?
It's like. It feels so. I mean, I just worship her performances. So I would. I don't know. It feels like
sacred ground. Yeah.
But can I just add to that? The magic of that movie, besides the brilliance of Goldie, was the magic with Kurt.
Oh, the
But
Overboard
if
part.
Anna did it with her husband,
Oh
because
my
he
goodness.
would be the only one who could capture what Kurt Russell had, and then their
he
chemistry.
loves Kurt Russell.
That's what I'm
too.
saying.
Yeah,
They
are like
sometimes couples
they're
are like ew.
hunter, like they are.
You could tell.
Yeah,
and he's the
they're like
only one
dudes
who could do that role.
Oh my goodness, that could actually work.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I love it. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. We'll be back with more Anna Faris. Michelle, so many creative people listen to our podcast, and I'm just so excited about that. That makes me so happy. And they all really need outlets for their creativity, so they go to Squarespace to make their websites. It couldn't be easier.
No, and that's, I think, the frightening thing. We've talked about this before because it's true, but there's a lot of new listeners who don't know. The scary thing about making a website is it seems so daunting, and it seems so overwhelming, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know this code, and I don't speak that stuff.
Right.
So with Squarespace, you don't have to worry about that stuff.
Not at all. They make it so easy to create your own website. The templates are beautiful. It couldn't be simpler. Now, we've got so many great people out there who make their websites through Squarespace. They send us letters at RuPaulPodcast@gmail.com showing us these incredible creations made with such ease. Now, you got a letter right there?
I do, baby, right here. Hey, squirrel friends. I love the podcast. Listen to it every week. And, of course, I love Drag Race. Thank you for the hours of entertainment you've given us all. And they won't taint. I own a Pilates studio in Los Osos, California. I had a website for my business that served its purpose, but it was time for a makeover. I decided to finally check out what Squarespace has to offer after hearing you two go on and on about it, and we do go on and on. And I must say, I was very impressed with the website's templates that they had. I signed up for the trial and was pleased to find that these fabulous templates were just a starting point and that it was easy for me to change them up and make my website unique to reflect my studio's vibe and character. I was also pleased that I could use my same domain name, which is 5seasonspilates.com. And even though I had purchased it through my previous website host, I could still keep it. Squarespace walked me through the whole process, and I was able to do it without having to call anyone and beg for guidance. That's from Greg. It's 5seasonspilates.com. Greg, this is exactly what we're talking about when we say it's easy and they work with you.
That's right. Hey, and keep those emails coming to us at RuPaulPodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear about your websites. And listen, guys, you can get a free trial with no credit card required.
That's what Greg did.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
Just by going to squarespace.com and using that offer code RU. You can also get 10% off by doing that. It is such a great deal. What are you waiting for?
Squarespace.com. Lola's going to be so excited that I'm here.
Taking a shower after a bath?
Taking a shower after. We are back with Anna Faris. Now, you're not, are you a bath or a shower person?
I'm very much a shower person for efficiency, but I do like a bath. Although I don't I stay in for about 3 minutes, which is it's a waste of. I'm trying to be water conscious.
Right.
But no shower. I like a shower.
Yeah, it's in and out. But apparently,
You said in and out.
Oh dear. Which uses more water? Now that's a question for both of you. What do you think? What uses more water?
The constant flow of the shower or sitting in the still water of the bathtub.
I take about a 3-minute shower.
A 3-minute shower?
Yeah, so I'm definitely
oh, you're easy.
Yeah. I actually
do you get your hair wet every time?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And it only takes 3 minutes with that long hair.
Yeah, about 3.5 minutes. I'm super efficient because
Do you have like a Jetsons shower or something?
we have nice water pressure.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but I don't like being in there very long because I like to get out and then I like to do my whole routine and I watch Netflix.
In the bathroom.
Yep. I put on a show. I put on my makeup. I put on my lotions. And then I love to dry my hair and read the newspaper.
Yeah. How do you dry your hair?
I have one of those new Dyson. Have you seen
Oh,
those?
yeah, I've seen that.
Do you
yes.
love it?
I do.
Lily's asking for one.
Oh, yeah. And it's not, does it shape like a regular hair
No, it's
dryer?
like
No.
a round thing.
It's very weird.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Those
Yeah.
things like that. How much does it retail?
400?
I got mine for a lot. It was like $600.
So I guess
$600?
Yeah. But it's slow,
I
spacey.
feel so guilty admitting
$600.
that.
And
On a
you get
hair
it at
dryer.
Amazon?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
you could just Google it and find out. Don't feel guilty. You
I
work
feel
hard for that
guilty.
hair dryer.
I use it every day.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't feel
And
guilty.
it cuts down like it really anyway.
Does it work faster
Oh,
than?
and it's quiet. I should I really like it.
Oh wow,
Oh.
that's a great tip. Now you mentioned you watch
Want
Netflix
one?
on the thing. I'm going to ask you what's on your Netflix queue. Where do you go to? I'm going to tell you mine first. I go to I love Black Mirror. I watch 30 Rock every single day.
Are you in the middle of a series that is like Black Mirror, like 30 Rock? Okay.
30 Rock, Arrested Development.
Right.
I watch and Broad City. I watch that
so
every day.
good.
I'm watching
But that's
it
not
over
on
again.
Netflix.
It's on Hulu.
Yes.
Yeah. And then because I got Hulu too.
Yes.
And then
So proud of you.
What's my other? Because I'm new to Netflix actually.
Yeah.
It's great though, right?
It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
It's actually life changing.
Yeah.
It's life changing. It's brilliant. I
Wish I
love
thought
it
of it.
so much.
Yeah.
So Anna, what are you watching on Netflix or Hulu?
I love the British crime shows like
Sherlock?
Luther. I like Sherlock. I like The Fall. I like
The Fall is so good.
Happy Valley.
Yes.
Happy Valley
Valley's
is a
great.
crime show. Is
Yeah.
a mystery thing.
Yep. There's a couple I'm missing. Comedy wise, I recently rewatched all of Louis C.K. It's just it's so good.
Yeah.
Lady Dynamite.
Oh, I've been watching that too. She's really a crazy lady, isn't she?
I love it.
I do love it. Although
It's-
I'm not able to keep the timeline. They go past, present,
yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. No. I can't keep
I don't
up
think
with
you're
it.
supposed to.
Okay.
It's so bizarre. And so it is hard to like keep a storyline, but
Yeah.
man, there are moments of insane brilliance.
Yes.
That's
she's
That's Maria Bamford. Yes.
yeah, and doing things that you would just never imagine being done on a TV show.
Have you guys
And
watched Chewing Gum?
I
I've
watched. Is that the
started it.
English thing?
Yeah.
I saw a little
is
bit
it-
of it.
is it
so
so good?
fucking brilliant.
Okay.
But doesn't she look like Stephanie Mills? That girl.
Yeah, she does.
She looks just like Stephanie
And she's
Mills.
so good at taking the piss out of herself, and
Yeah.
she's rubber faced, and she goes
Yeah.
for it. If you want to talk about somebody going for it,
Yeah.
it's worth seeing that
Yeah.
series, Chewing Gum.
It is
brilliant.
It is good. I started watching that.
Yeah, so good. And she wrote it and created it and directed it, like did everything.
Actually, she's in an episode of Black Mirror.
Is
that
she?
have you seen Black
Michaela
Mirror?
Cole?
Yes, but which episode is she?
She plays a store attendant. Oh, I think in the Bryce Dallas Howard one, she goes into a store. Maybe it's when she gasses up the car. Maybe
Don't
she's the
spoiler
attendant.
alert it.
No.
Don't
It's
do it.
good. I love that show. I love.
I've
Black.
not seen it
them all.
yet.
Yeah.
Because I'm
It's
finally
good.
finishing Mad Men after 7 seasons.
Oh, I have never
I'm
seen
telling
it.
you, the
I'm
same
gonna
way I made you
start.
watch The Get Down.
Yeah.
Mad Men is so worth that journey. The acting, the storyline, the costuming. Don't give me a half sign.
Yeah, no. Our producers give.
You're going to listen to him. Or you're going to listen to me.
No, I'm going to listen to you. I'm
Thank
going to
you.
listen to you.
It is
Everyone
so good.
said it for years. I
Brilliant.
just have never.
And John Hamm could do absolutely no wrong.
Right.
None.
It has one of the best finales I've ever seen.
Oh, that makes
Really?
me so excited because I'm finally starting the last season.
Oh, you
now.
are?
Yes. Don't do it.
Oh no, no, I won't. It has an unbelievably satisfying
I'm so excited to hear that.
Is Mom on Netflix?
No,
On Hulu?
I don't know.
I don't either. I know it's on the airplane because I watch it every time.
And it's on like
Delta.
CBS.com.
Yeah.
And CBS. Right, because they have their own
it is-
streaming service.
Oh God.
Well, you can check. You know what I checked out the other day was Caitlin Olsen in the Mick.
Okay, so
Yeah.
my friend's son is on that. The redhead named Chip is my friend's. So my friend Debbie. Okay, here's the story.
Right.
Leah's best friend Debbie from Brooklyn.
Yes.
Leah Remini, best friend Debbie from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Her son.
Plays the redhead. Yes, I saw
He's
him
the star
on,
of the show, by the way.
he's brilliant. I saw him on
Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah, I saw him on that.
So good.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
So good. Just regular. And the storyline goes, they
he's gonna
moved
work
out
forever
here
too.
forever.
Yeah.
His sister is an actor too, and she gets parts. She was on The Good Wife for a while, and then she's got a recurring role on Shameless. They moved out here for her to have a career, and they said to him, Thomas, why don't you audition too? Because he's redhead, little kind of wise ass kid from Jersey and Brooklyn. And he was like, I don't really care. And so they send him out, and he starts booking shit left.
Yeah.
The Geico commercial, the Red Hot, the middle grade, dude, nonstop.
Yeah.
And now he's on the Mick, and he's so good.
That show's very funny. Have you
Yes.
seen it?
Yes.
A reference.
Very funny.
For sitcom television, they really push it to the end.
Yes.
I love that
Yeah.
Caitlin Olsen.
Yeah,
I love her from Sunny in Philadelphia. She goes for it.
You know what she looks like? Courtney Act. Next time you
Oh
watch
yeah,
it,
I see it.
Look at
I
her
see
face.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the girls from our show.
Okay.
Will you come on and be a judge on our show?
I would love.
We've
to.
asked you several times. I don't know who you're trying to two-face over here.
It never gets to the talent. That's what happens. We talk to publicists.
Every
we talk to agents.
season we ask for you.
I would love to.
You say that now, but
we have
you
proof
shoot,
now.
But you shoot here in LA.
yeah,
right?
no, we shoot right down the street.
Yeah.
We shoot in summertime.
You know what my problem is though? I'm very nice. It's really hard for me to be critical.
Oh
girl.
no!
I'll do that.
Your job is just to look pretty and
I just love them all.
That's you can do
It's
that.
Michelle's
I'm the mean
job
one.
to hurt
Okay.
their
Yeah.
feelings and kill their dreams. That's why she's there. That's why.
I was a judge on Top Chef, and they kept pressing me like, "Well, what didn't you like? Well, what didn't you like?" And and truthfully, I liked everything, and I didn't want to say anything negative. I was eventually like, "Well, maybe the pork loin could have used a tiny bit more salt." But Padma was like, "No, but come on, elaborate. What didn't you like? What?"
No, we're not.
I don't know. I liked everything.
No, we're not like that. No, and in fact, when you're there, you realize that you are a perfect judge because these kids they're doing show business. They're doing everything that we've all done in this business. They're auditioning. They're doing in the context of the show, the challenges. They're doing everything that you're actually an expert at doing, and you'll have constructive criticism for them. It's not negative. You're actually doing them a favor.
I would love that.
Good. How long do you think you'll do Mom? How many years has it been on?
We're in our 4th season now.
Wow.
So I don't, you never know. I mean, I think there's, it's a popular show. I think that I don't want to jinx anything.
Mm-hmm.
No such thing.
But
go for it.
Well, I think, we'll go for our 5th season and then we'll sort of, I guess, see.
But you didn't grow up watching television, did you?
No, I would sneak it when my mom was out, usually at a Golden Girls.
Oh.
But
doesn't get better than that.
No.
But I would put bags of frozen because my mom would come home and feel the television to see if it was warm.
Oh my
And
God,
so
I love her.
I would put
That's crazy.
frozen food on top of the television to cool it down.
Oh my God.
Why did they have a TV if you couldn't watch it?
Because my mom wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, she could watch television, but
And they're still together. They live in Washington State.
but the way we were raised, it was go outside. Go outside and play.
Go outside and play.
And
that's smart.
And it was. Or read.
Yeah. No, that's
and
smart.
if I was like, "Mom, I'm bored," she would say, "Boring people are bored."
Who would play her?
Oh, that's a good question. Who would play my mom? Oh.
I'm surprised no one's asked you that before. If you have a show about
Called
Mom. Yeah. I tell you who would play my mother would be Judge Judy. So I swear to God, she looked like her. She had the same attitude. And let's see, your mother.
Which one? Arlene?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Okay.
Lainey Kazan?
No. I'm thinking, who would play?
You know who would play her?
She
was an actress on Seinfeld, and she was George's mother.
Oh yeah. I can't remember her name, but yeah, George
With the
Costanza's
voice.
mother. Yes, yeah, she would play her.
The one who played Mrs. Potato Head in Toy Story.
Yes,
right.
Yes. And Anna, who would play your mother?
I think Susan Sarandon. You want to see a picture?
Yeah, let me see.
They're in Petra right now. They like to travel.
In Petra?
Where's Petra?
And it's in Jordan.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm so ungeological.
Yeah.
Geographical.
I'm gynecological.
Geographically savvy.
Here's my mom.
Oh yeah. Oh, she looks like Kelly Osbourne there. Wait a minute. Let me open. Oh.
She don't have her glasses
on. Oh, okay. I
Anna.
see her there. Yeah. Oh, she's gorgeous.
She's very beautiful.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see Susan Sarandon.
I could see Susan Sarandon.
She's
there.
sexy. My mom, even though she was very conservative with me, she knew how to sex it up.
Siblings?
An older brother. I have an older brother.
And who's studying bullying.
Yes.
In his
What do you mean
psychological. He's a professor?
He's a professor of sociology. And his expertise is bullying in like schools.
Why do you think he got into that? Is he sort of naturally empathetic?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is. And you wouldn't
pathetic.
necessarily think
or pathetic, right?
Because he's tall and he's a leader.
Who would play him?
Oh, that's a good question. Sim, any help with that? I mean, he's
Clint Eastwood's son. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Scott Eastwood.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, so he's just smoking hot.
He's he's really attractive and he's really, really, really smart. But he's also a hunter too. Chris and my brother get along really well. He doesn't necessarily fall into like bookish. You wouldn't think he's like bookish academia type if you saw him, but I think it's it's a highly relevant field, and I think that he. I don't know. I think that it was something that really drew him in because when he was a little boy, before he got big, he got bullied, and in our neighborhood in Baltimore, and I think that kind of had a lasting impact on him. But yeah, he's doing really important research. I'm just so proud of him.
Well, we're going to take a break, but I want to touch on the bullying thing. I think that our masculine culture feeds the whole idea of bullying. I think that because, and Eckhart Tolle writes about this, that we suppress the feminine principles so much in our culture and put such a currency on masculine power. Our culture worships masculinity and foul. I mean, look at the Washington Monument, for crying out loud. Our that was a joke, by the way. Thank you for that. I'll be here all
I
week.
was just imagining it in my vagina.
It's just we have a
because it would hurt against my cervix.
Yes.
But then I was thinking, do cervix have nerves? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't
sorry.
know.
It must.
Yeah.
I went to a different place.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking Republican senators back with the remote.
Sure, with the remote
Yeah.
control. Yeah. But I think bullying, and also people who feel small. That's why there's graffiti all over the place. People want to know I was here. They want to know they actually exist.
Validation.
Yeah. And the bullying, they want people put other people down to make themselves feel like they exist.
In charge, important.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure that's what your brother at the conclusion he's come to, because what other solution is there other than to tell your kids, go back there to school and kick the shit out of, or move to another neighborhood.
Right.
But that's not really a solution for a lot of people.
But it is for some.
Were your kids bullied?
No, I was bullied. My kids were not bullied.
What did you do when you were bullied? I was not bullied.
I got the shit kicked out of me every day through elementary school.
Really?
By who?
A girl named Trudy.
Trudy.
Yeah, Trudy.
And was she a girl who had been held back with big bones?
She was a big girl, tall girl too, and I was petite.
This is in South Plainfield, New Jersey.
South Plainfield, New Jersey, at Johnny Riley School. And I think because I was an adopted kid, my parents went above and beyond, but they both worked full-time jobs. I was a latchkey kid. But they thought we were spoiled. Rich, rather. We were spoiled, but not rich. And so she would tell me if I didn't bring her candy or money every day for lunch, she'd kick the shit out of me. And there were some days that I couldn't get to the candy store and buy her stuff. You know what I mean? So she would beat me up, not in my face. She'd kick me in the stomach. She'd punch me.
You are kidding
nobody
me.
would get my back. This is why I fight so hard. This is my whole foray into the LGBT community and why I stand up and scream so loud for these kids, because nobody was there for me. Not one person had my back. I had friends in that school. They all turned on me. They all turned away. And it wasn't until I got in middle school and found musical theater and started singing that they went, oh my God, Michelle can sing. And then I became the girl with the voice. But until then, I was nothing. I didn't matter to them. And when I got to middle school, I was scared to death that I was going to see her again. And I remember it was day one of middle school, and she was there, and I was like, oh shit. And then day 2 came, and she had been transferred out. And I never saw her again.
To a juvenile hall.
Probably somewhere. Yeah. She got herself in trouble, unless they moved to another town. But it was such a moment of waking up and going, where were you? Why wasn't anybody there when I'm there for you? I got your back. If somebody hit you, I'd tell my mother, and I'd tell somebody. But, nobody was there. And that's why it affected me.
So Candor and Ebb saved your life.
Yeah, in a way. It was, and the song that really did it, New York, New York, Liza Minnelli's version.
And that's Candor and Ebb?
I don't know. No.
Wait a minute.
I don't know who wrote New York, New York.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't it Marvin Hamlish?
I don't know who wrote New York, New York. Was it
well,
Hamlish?
I don't know. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll tell you who wrote New York.
How come neither one of us know?
It's got to be
Is it Marvin Ham? I mean, why? Because it's Liza. Frank Sinatra sang it before Liza.
Okay.
Didn't he?
No. It's from the movie New York, New York. Scorsese.
Then it's got to be Candor and Ebb.
It's got to be Candor and Ebb.
All right.
Okay, take a break. We'll be right back. Oh, honey, them Casper mattresses are sanctuary.
I'm not kidding.
They really are. We spend so much of our time in bed. So much of our lives is bed. You've got to make it right. But why do you have to pay all that money that you have to pay from the department stores or these big mattress companies? Listen, Casper mattresses, it's a quality premium mattress that does you right.
Yeah, this is no joke, because my husband and I had gone through the last mattress. It was like time, because, we spent a pretty friggin' penny for it, got it in Florida, moved it with here, and it was starting to get like a gully in the middle, like a gully, what do you call it? Yes. And it was like, no, we have to get a new one. So we didn't know if we get the Tempur-Pedic kind or we get the inner coil kind. We were so confused. You lay on them both. They both feel great. Which one? What I love about Casper is it's that kind of hybrid of the premium latex foam with the memory foam. Yeah. So they are extra comfortable. They know it's
the best of both worlds.
And it's still supportive. It's not like, some of those mattresses you lay on, like it's like laying on a waffle.
Yeah.
Not with Casper.
And it's a great deal, you guys. Casper has revolutionized the mattress industry by cutting the cost of dealing with resellers and showrooms and passing those savings on to you. Casper mattresses are so great. Listen, if you want to try this thing, you could try sleeping on it risk-free for 100 days with free delivery and painless returns. That's a 100% risk-free storyline. Yeah. Okay, children, get you a Casper mattress today.
Go and get $50 toward any mattress purchase right now by visiting casper.com/RU and using the offer code, obviously, RU. Terms and conditions may apply. That's casper.com/RU. So get started today. You'll never, ever look back.
Truth.
If it's Liza, it's Candor and Ebb.
If it's Liza, it's Candor. That's right. We're back from our break, and we found out that
I should have known that. I'm a bad theater girl.
Indeed, it was Candor and Ebb who wrote New York, New York. Now, we've got Anna Faris here from the TV show Mom and movies, The House Bunny, and she's Jack's mother. Now, I confess to you that I came out as a theater queen. What is your favorite music theater song?
Ooh.
Are you a theater queen?
No.
Not at all?
I like musicals. I just
Have
don't.
you ever done one?
Well, yes. In our high school, we did. The drama club was sort of the lowest echelon of like popularity.
But isn't it always that in the AV club?
I think it used to be, but now
not anymore.
Now I think that
stars are born.
Drama kids were always nerds in my school.
Yeah, me too. But so we would do we would do a fall production and winter production, and then the spring musical. And for whatever reason, the spring musical was socially acceptable for the popular kids to be a part of. Mm-hmm. So all of us theater nerds got like kicked to the background
Oh,
as
shut
like
up.
we're like painting the sets and the popular kids, because then we suddenly had an audience because all their parents would come and everything instead of like whatever.
Yeah.
Like our sad, 12-person audience that would
What
have
did
to
you
suffer
do?
through.
Spill it.
I was the background dancer in Anything Goes.
Yes!
And I did really love I love Take Me Back to Manhattan.
Is that the
Take
big
Me
song?
Back to
Well,
New
Anything
York.
Goes.
Oh, Anything Goes is the big song.
Yeah, but I loved that one. You know that one.
Mhm.
I miss the east side, the west side, the north side, and the south side. So take me back to Manhattan.
See, you do
my
like
dear.
musical theater.
And of course Annie, as we talked
Of
about on my
course.
podcast. Yeah, I did. I had whole routines worked out in my bedroom.
It's one of the best musicals ever written.
Oh my
It's
God.
Charles Strauss, but he also wrote Bye Bye Birdie, which is another one of the best musicals ever
Oh
written.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
So,
How
J-Lo's
does the
gonna do that.
telephone
Yeah.
song go?
hi Nancy, hi Helen. What's the story? Morning glory. What's the
What's the
tale?
word? Oh.
Nightingale. You're close. What's the word? Hummingbird.
Bird is coming
All right.
up. Sorry.
Is that from Bye Bye Birdie?
Have you heard about Hugo and Kim? That's the telephone hour.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, Jack has two parents who are in showbiz moi.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
If Jack came to you and said, "Ma, I got the bug. I want to be in a show. I want to go to Broadway, Ma. Help me out."
Ma.
Ma.
Hey, Ma.
It's suddenly
Ma.
1927.
Ma.
I gotta dance, Ma.
Ma.
What would you tell him?
Finster.
Well, first of all, when he we do act, I make him do acting classes
Oh,
sometimes.
good.
We work on like his face. Like I'll put out a fake bug, and I'm gonna say you're gonna round the corner and you're gonna pretend to be scared of the bug, okay?
Uh-huh.
And so I make him go like walk around the corner. I'll be like, you're just walking along, and then what happens? And I'll go, bug.
Uh-huh.
We work on the faces. I'm like, I don't think you were scared enough. You gotta be a little more gentle, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I do annoying things like that. But he loves to play imaginary games. If he came to me and said that he wanted to be an actor, I would be supportive, but it would all be theater and initially, or I wouldn't want to expose
Here in
him.
LA?
Yeah,
It's
like
kind of hard for kids here in LA. There was
it's at his school.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
fun.
or like
Like, what if he said he wanted to audition?
for commercials and stuff?
I mean,
or
why not? Like, look what happened to Thomas. Now he's on the Mick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would have to think really long and hard about that, because I want him, it's important for us, Chris and I, to have, we want him to be able to go to a normal school. If he was really insistent, I just would want to make sure that he truly loved it. And loved and would enjoy giving up going to a regular school with his regular peers, and really enjoy being on set with an on-set tutor. I mean, it's a whole life.
It's a whole he has to give up a lot to do that.
Yeah, and so I guess I would want to have some really long conversations about like that kind of.
Hashtag set life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I admire, I think Tom Hanks, because I've worked with Colin Hanks a couple times, but, he was pretty insistent that he didn't, I might be wrong about this, but apparently Tom was pretty insistent that Colin like sort of finish his education and then
I love
he could
that.
start, working if he wanted to. And
What'd your parents say to you when you said, "You guys, I'm going down to LA. I got to do this thing"? What'd they say?
they were really encouraging.
Really?
When I was in college, because they were always encouraging of my acting from a really young age, and would and they loved being a part of the theater community in Seattle, and they loved that I was doing this, plays around town, and they loved it. They loved me, hanging out with the actors, and my mom would bake bread for all the actors like every night, but so they were very encouraging. In college, when I decided to quit acting, I ended up majoring in English.
Really?
Yeah, but
What is that?
I know. What was I going to do with an English degree? But I was in the drama program at University of Washington, which is a pretty prestigious program, and I felt like I'm not good. I compared to all of these people, I'm not in my grades, and even though I was trying really hard, and I felt like I was coming into it with so much more experience than the other freshmen. You know, I had done all these plays and some TV movies, some commercials, and a ton of voiceover. Like I had come into it feeling like a big fish, and getting like, you know, a 2.8. Which made me feel like this. I had no idea what to do with that information. Like, I'm clearly not excelling at this, but I'm not failing at it. And I'm trying hard. What does this mean? Maybe this means that I'm not a good actor, and I should drift away from it. So I switched majors. But I would still, to make a little extra cash, I would still audition here and there in college for commercials and voice. And I had an agent, and so I would do like training videos, like, you know, like I would play a patient,
Like industrials.
Yeah. I played like a patient who's about to find out that she has cancer, to train nurses,
or that she has a remote control stuck up her butt.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that would have been a much better. Yes.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
So you made,
but so I continued to make a little extra money. But I remember my parents being disappointed when I told them that I wasn't going to act anymore, and to their credit. And then as right before I was about to graduate, I got cast in this low budget horror movie that came through town. I played a cheerleader that got gutted, and it looks like I'm having an orgasm as I get gutted. It's very weird.
What's the name of it? Do you remember?
Oh God, Lover's Lane.
Lover's Lane.
Oh boy, please, dear listeners, don't look it up. Oh.
Were there any names in it?
No, not really. But I thought, like, you know, it made me realize I have nothing to lose. I don't have that much money, but I don't have any debt because my sweet parents paid for my college. I thought, you know what? I was going to move to London. I had a job lined up in like the mailroom at an advertising agency. I was going to live with my dear friend I had the whole plane. I had my plane ticket to go to London. Which was a graduation present. And at the last minute, I decided, you know what, I'm going to give LA a year. And if I'll waitress, and if I'm unhappy at the end of that year, I'll go do plan B, you know, try to work in advertising, which was something I really liked and had done a little bit in Seattle. Anyway, but then before I moved down here, I called everybody I knew in Seattle who had any connections to anybody in LA. And one guy that I called said, yeah, well, I know these managers. Maybe I could set you up with a meeting. I said, great. My mom gave me some miles. I flew down. I met with these managers in their fancy Beverly Hills office. Apparently I had dirt on my face. They told me this later, and I flashed them because I was wearing this low cut I wasn't trying to be sexy. I was all gothed out at the time, Seattle goth. But
Hot.
I
love
that.
that.
Like thick boots, long black skirt. Like I wore glasses at the time, and I was wearing this like purple, like grungy little blouse. And apparently, I kept like bending down to their low coffee table. And
nice, well played.
Yeah, wow.
Well played.
It was. Listen, I would have been. Oh God! They told me that years later that I did that, but anyway, they agreed to represent me. I flew back to Seattle a week later. They sent me the material to put myself on tape for Scary Movie.
Oh my goodness!
So I put myself on tape with my mom.
And you got that on tape?
The big like VHS thing. And I'm grateful that she didn't really know the material. But then they asked me to fly down to audition in front of the director, and I auditioned for a week straight in front of Keenan. And at the end of the week, I got the role. And
Wow.
it was one of the loneliest times of my life after getting that role. I flew back to Seattle. My parents were on vacation, so I was alone in the house, and I had to be back. I had to be in Vancouver for my first day of work. I got the role on a Friday. I had to be in Vancouver on Monday afternoon. And I just remember sitting in the house alone, being so overwhelmed and thrilled. Like I had this secret that I couldn't articulate to anybody. And I told my friends, like, I got this role in this movie. It's a big role. My college roommate said, "Oh, Anna, you're not funny." And I was like, "I know. I think I'm going to get fired." And I just remember feeling, and then a town car came and picked me up. I'd never been in a town car before. And anyway, and then I was able to, I didn't have to get my waitressing job after
Wow.
that.
That's
So,
pretty amazing. Now, has anybody ever compared you to Teresa Ganzel?
I don't know.
She's an actress who is one of Johnny Carson's Tea Time players, and she's from the movie The Toy with Jackie Gleason.
Oh, yeah, but
People have compared you?
no, but it's been so long since I've seen The Toy.
Yeah, you have some of her, and she's still around. Some of her qualities, and even your voice has a little bit of timbre of Teresa Ganzel. Do you know what I'm talking about, Michelle?
No clue.
No clue. Oh, great. Strike that from the record, please. But as you were talking, I was thinking, as actors, you always have to create, a lot of times you have to create roles for yourself, I'm thinking not Goldie Hawn. I'm thinking you should remake Barbra Streisand's For Pete's Sake. For Pete's sake.
I know that
one.
one.
You know that
I
one.
don't know
For
that
Pete's
one,
sake,
right?
just write that down, because at one point you're going to be thinking, okay, what do I want? What movie? They're going to say, okay, we want to do a movie. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? For Pete's sake,
I wish
Barbra
they were
Streisand.
saying that to me.
No, they are. They will. They are. And you will always work. You will always work.
Oh, I know her.
Teresa
Yeah,
Ganzel.
yeah, you know her.
Do you see? Show
her.
Anna.
You know her.
Teresa Ganzel.
She was on a lot of Love Boat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she was on the Love Boat.
Oh, she did everything.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
did everything. Now, do you see what I'm seeing? Do you
Uh-huh.
see
Too.
the part? Yeah, the voice.
Yeah.
She and no one's ever compared you in your whole career.
I don't think
No.
people know her name.
Really?
Like, I know her face. I
Yeah.
never would have known her name. Now I see her face, know who she is completely.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, I've given you lots of ideas here, Miss Anna.
Yeah, overboard
Faris.
with you and your hubby. Done. Sold.
Done. Sold.
She's got a hell of a rack.
Yeah.
Yes, she does. Yes, she did.
All right.
Did you pad yourself for the house bunny?
I did.
Yeah.
I did pad myself. And then, this is like full confession.
Uh-huh.
I think that a lot of people, I don't know how many people know this,
Uh.
but after that movie, because I had always had like a negative A cup.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't mind, like, because they were perky at least.
Yeah.
I mean, they were tiny, but perky. And I could get away with wearing really little things without looking like Vavavoomie. Instead, I just kind of looked independent. Like,
Yeah.
here are my nipples.
Sure.
That's all you got.
I'm a modern woman. Yeah.
Right. But for House Bunny, I was heavily padded, so much so that like all the breast I had was just shoved right up to the very top, and my nipples were constantly just peeking right over the edge there. But that was when I was like, I'm turning 30. I was like, I kind of I don't know. I wanted to make a change, and so I did. I got my boobs done.
Oh, really? What
Yay.
size? What cup size?
The smallest they had. So I'm a B.
You went through all that trouble to get a B?
Yeah, I know.
I did too.
My doctor.
You got a B
said-
My
first?
This is 3 journeys in. My first time, I got 110s put in.
Did
Yeah.
you get shit for it? Because
I got
haven't
so much
been
shit for it.
I haven't been able to admit or talk about this because I feel like
Wait, get shit for what? Getting implants?
yeah.
Absolutely not. Why?
Because I think there's a lot of people. Because I got when I first talked about it, I got a lot of like blowback from people being like, "Well, what's wrong with your body?" And it's
Yeah, but
sort
this
of
is your
like-
body, darling.
right? No, I mean, I feel like this was something that had nothing to do with the industry. I hate it when people sort of accuse me of that. It was something that I wanted to feel.
Yeah.
And I was suddenly dating Chris, this big, strappy dude. And I had done this movie where I felt, because I had never dressed like someone like the house, but like, I mean, who does dress like someone like the house bunny?
Sorry.
But I felt sort of a different kind of confidence in my body that I had never felt before.
And you liked it.
I loved it. I'd always, like, I think I told you on my podcast, the reason why I didn't sleep with a lot of guys at all was because, well, partly because of my mom, but also because I was so ashamed of how my body looked and very so embarrassed of it.
I totally relate to that.
Yeah.
Totally. And the thing is, growing up, I had nothing, not even an A.
Yeah.
And I always had an ass. So I used to be like on the dance floor at the clubs, backing up to everybody going, hey, because I was so mortified. I'm not kidding. And it was me. It was no pressure. Just like you said, this is why I totally relate to this. It was what you wanted to do. It was what I wanted to do. It was not for a man.
Yeah.
It was for me. It was not for a job. It was for me.
I had an ex who would tell me that he thought I should get a boob job, and I used to get just furious.
Yeah, well, that's different.
I used to get, of course, yeah. But then later on in life, I was like, I just want to do this. I want to.
Good for you.
Good for
and
you.
I asked Chris about it. I was like, so I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think about it? And he said, I think your body's perfect, but I think you should do whatever makes you happy. And then I said, I think I'm going to do it. And he said, yes.
They love it. They'll never outwardly say it until it's
No,
done.
But man,
gorgeous.
it hurts more than they tell you.
What, did you go under the
think?
muscle?
I went under.
Because she was tiny.
Right.
Yeah.
If you were to do it again, would you go under the muscle?
Yeah.
Over's a lot easier.
Over is
A
easier.
lot easier. Mine are over.
Did you go in through the nipple?
Underneath.
You did.
Under
You have a
here.
little incision
This-
under.
yeah.
Right. And did you do saline or silicone?
The new jelly ones. They
Uh-huh.
weren't even FDA.
The gummy ones.
They
Gummy
weren't
ones.
FDA. I was part of the experimental program,
Oh,
Good for
which
you.
is always wonderful.
of course.
That's
And
what
who-
all the Hollywood actors do. Get the experimental ones, because what the fuck, we're all gonna die early.
Who did it? What was your doctor?
I believe I want to say Dr. Teitelbaum. That's who I always say,
Uh-huh.
but
It's a good
I
name.
can't remember.
That could be
if
one of
that's-
500 doctors in
Yeah.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teitelbaum.
Yeah. And so
But he said to me, he's like, I want you to come out of this experience feeling like you wish you had gone bigger.
Uh-huh.
Everybody
And
does.
I thought
Yeah.
that was like,
Are you
that's
good
advice.
where you are?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You don't
But
regret
I
it.
like it that he gave me that advice.
Yeah.
Like don't, like, you want to feel, you certainly don't want to feel the opposite.
Yeah.
And I
I've went in 3 times because each time I wanted bigger.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
there's that.
you've seen my titties on TV.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like a great game, titties on TV.
It does.
But and I have a nice rack on TV, and
Yes.
I don't have anything here. It's all my pectoral muscles squished
you
together.
have a hot body.
Well, yeah. Well, it's thanks, Lady Foot Locker. Because those are I have really tight wound up socks in a push-up bra. That's my secret.
and that goes underneath and pushes up
and
the
pushes
skin.
all of the skin up right here, and then
gives
I
you-
have some little shimmer from MAC right here in between my décolletage.
Yes.
In the shape of a martini glass, and it creates that illusion. So anybody out there who don't have the coins to go to Dr. Tittlebaum,
Yeah.
Tittle mom.
That's the real name.
that's
Dr.
the real
Titty
Dr.
Bomb.
Tittlebaum.
Yeah.
You can go right down there to Lady Foot Locker, get you
Uh-huh.
some socks
And
and,
some
some
MAC.
shimmer,
Mhm.
and hey,
Holla.
the House Bunny 2 is in production.
Ah, take that, skunk.
We've had a great time talking to you, Anna Faris.
Oh, thank
You're so
you
lovely.
so much. You both are so lovely. I love it that you guys came here and came.
Uh-huh.
I guess.
See, she's falling into the trap.
Boy, anything, right? And thank you so much. I just couldn't love you more.
Oh, that's very
And
sweet.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us here.
coming
And
here
thank you
to
for
my
coming on our podcast.
Weird home. Yeah. and
Yes.
We're podcast partners now.
We certainly are. And you guys can catch Anna on Mom on CBS on, is it Wednesday nights?
It's Thursday nights at 9.
Thursday nights at 9 on CBS. And you can catch it on their streaming service over there.
Yes.
Which is great.
Which I should know more
The
about.
streaming service.
CBS, all the networks have their streaming
everybody's
things.
got their
Everybody's
apps.
got it.
Yeah.
Well, Michelle, until next time,
Yes,
my dear.
darling.
Bye.
Oh, can I join in?
You want to
Yes,
do it?
uh-huh.
Here we go. Ready? Bye.
Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Amen.